after the session, you're most welcome to ask your questions. Okay? Okay, few more people are joining, so I'll start in a minute. Okay. Now the topic of today's session is how to magnify your communication with yourself so that you can magnify your communication with other people. Does anyone understand the importance of this topic? Does anyone understand the importance of this topic? You
Yes,
want to
ma'am.
share? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Thanks, Anisa.
Yeah, ma'am.
So I'm starting now. See, what happens is I'll start with a story. Why you need to magnify your communication with yourself so that you can magnify your communication with other people. Now, what is magnify here? Magnify means improve. Okay. Now, the story starts like this. There were five monkeys in a cage in a zoo, and there was a banana hanging from the ceiling. And these monkeys, they wanted to obviously eat the banana. So the somebody in the zoo, they kept a ladder also there so that the monkeys could climb the ladder and they could go and get the banana. So once one monkey went up the ladder and found the banana, but what happened is somebody from the zoo authority came and started splashing cold water on each and every monkey. So how many monkeys are there in this story? Five monkeys. One of them gets up to the ladder, goes and fetches the banana, and the moment he's trying to get it, somebody from the zoo puts a lot of cold water on each and every monkey, and all of them started fighting with each other. They were howling and growling. Now, the second time again, he tried. When another monkey went up the ladder, the same thing happened. Somebody from the zoo did not want them to have the banana, so they started splashing cold water on each and every monkey. And all of them, then went berserk, and the monkey who had climbed the ladder started coming down, and every monkey started fighting with everyone, and they were howling and growling. So this kept on happening 3 to 4 times. Now what happens is one monkey goes away and a new monkey comes into picture. Okay, so there are four old monkeys and one new monkey is there. So now this new monkey, is he aware what has happened in the past with these old monkeys? That they
No.
were splashed with cold water? No. So he sees the hanging banana, he sees the ladder, and he starts climbing up the ladder. When he goes up till the ladder, all the other four monkeys who are old and who knew about the past happening, they started beating this monkey who went up the ladder to fetch the banana. Now this monkey was like, why are you beating me? Like, what wrong have I done? And they pulled him down. And then this monkey was very disheartened that first of all, he got the beatings for no reason. And then he's not able to get the banana also. And he was so upset that he also said, okay, I will never go and get the banana. Now what happens is one more old monkey leaves the entire group and a new monkey comes into picture. Okay. So three old monkeys are there and two new monkeys. Once again, a new monkey comes. So two new monkeys are there. Now this newest monkey, he is not aware that what has happened in the past. So again, he goes up the ladder and he's like, I will get the banana. So when this newest monkey goes up the ladder, everybody started beating him. That why have you gone up the ladder? What is the need to have the banana? And what happens is the strange part is the new monkey who just came before this newest monkey. he also started involving himself in beating the newest monkey. Till here, the story is clear. The new monkey is also involved in beating the newest monkey. Although he does not know the reason why they have to beat the monkey, but he is also involved. And now, this newest monkey also comes down. Like this, all the old monkeys go and all the new monkeys come. Now, all the 5 new monkeys are there and nobody is wanting to go up the ladder. If anybody goes, other 4 will try to beat him and will try to get him down. So what have you understood from this story? There could be different conclusions. So no, it's not that there's only one answer to this particular story. Okay?
I think
Anybody?
conditioning basically
Conditioning.
conditioning is leading to some decisions or maybe some outcomes which you are taking, and
Right.
the basis of conditioning is not clear. Yeah.
Right. Very nice. Thank you, Jasmeet. One very important takeaway from this is there is a lot of conditioning happening, and similar to the monkeys in our lives, we are doing something in our life because we are conditioned to do it, and we are not looking at the logic or reasoning. The new monkeys did not even know why the old monkeys were beating them, but when the newest monkey came, even the new monkey started beating, maybe to take revenge. So this is how influential the conditioning is. It gets so deep rooted inside you that you're just not able to come out of it unless you try very hard. Okay? Any other takeaway from this? Any person, you're free to unmute and speak.
I'll go ahead.
Yes.
That is that when we are not true to ourselves, when we are not doing the true inner work and connecting what our true purpose is
Mm,
that we are catching up the vibration of others. I mean, the place or the people around of what they are doing, and
mm,
simultaneously get carried away with it without understand. But and after that we feel out of place, we don't feel connected, and so inner work and connecting our true self, I think, is more important, because these monkeys, they were
mm,
although they were being put down, but just because they were not true to, like, they were questioning why they were not clear about their own purpose, they ultimately got dragged down, and they did not fight to get above in the ladder. That's what I
mm.
want.
Right. Okay. Thank you for sharing this. I hope everybody understood. The new participants, you can always go through the recording, and I will not repeat the story again so that we can continue with the session. Now, here, if you can see, everybody understands Hindi a little bit, or should I completely take this session in English? If you don't understand, just say I will not use Hindi at all. Okay, I'll use both then. Okay. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? The monkeys, what is their communication with self? उनका communication क्या है खुद से? कि हमारी तो पिटाई हुई है और हमें कोई बनाना लेने ही नहीं दे रहा है, राइट? हमारे ऊपर तो वाटर स्प्लैश होगा ही होगा. We will always be splashed with water. So, I'm not worth collecting the banana. Okay? Those monkeys are having that conversation कि उनके मन में क्या conversation है? The conversation inside them is हमारे साथ तो ऐसा ही होगा. The same will happen with us every time. Because maybe we don't deserve the banana. And when the new monkey is coming, how are they communicating with that monkey? उनके खुद के अंदर तो fear है. They have fear inside and they are passing on the fear to the other monkey. Now the new monkeys are not aware why the fear is coming. So they are getting filled with fear and they are passing on to the fear to the other monkeys. So similarly, for human beings, हम human beings के लिए भी same चीज है. If I am filled with anger for myself. Let's take an example. I plan my schedule today and tomorrow. Okay, I do a lot of planning. I make my habit tracker, but something or the other comes and my entire plan goes for a toss. Either my relatives come, somebody else comes, I have to cater to so many other things, and the personal agenda that I had or the professional agenda that I had, if I am not able to fulfill, I'm filled with anger for myself. Okay. And what is the story that is going on inside? I'm filled with anger. I am not able to forgive myself. I'm not able to let go. And when this happens, when I'm not able to forgive myself easily, I'm not able to let go of things easily, I do not forgive others easily. And I do not, if I'm angry with myself, I will be angry with other people always. ओके सपोज अगर मैं अपने आप को जल्दी से माफ नहीं करती हूँ ओके आई एम लाइक कि मेरे साथ ही ऐसा होता है एंड यू नो माई एंटायर डे जस्ट गोज लाइक दैट जस्ट इमेजिन इफ माई हाउस हेल्प कम्स and she is late by half an hour and some guests have to come to my house and I told her that be on time but she does not come on time. Look how we get so angry on her. You understanding what is the first communication that happens is we are projecting anger onto her. Why? Because in our personal lives, the way we communicate is usually filled with anger for ourselves. Even if we don't notice, subconsciously there's anger inside. Subconsciously, we are not able to forgive ourselves. Subconsciously, we are not able to let go of things easily for ourselves. So, when our communication with ourselves is filled with less forgiveness, there's less forgiveness for other people. Next example I'll take. Suppose if I'm a perfectionist, I want to buy a dress, a wedding dress, and I want to go to my friend's wedding and I want a perfect dress. Perfect means just perfect, okay? And I want my house to be completely perfect. You know, yeah, the bed sheet has to be perfect, everything has to be perfect. Now, when I'm so used to perfection, I don't allow progress to happen in my life. Okay, because I'm striving for 100%, I don't allow 90% to happen because either I'm zero or I'm 100%. Either I take action because I know I will achieve 100% or I don't take action and I'm absolutely zero instead of striving for even 50 or 60. So when I'm so much perfect with myself, now imagine the people who come into my life, the people that I work with in the professional front or my personal relationships or my friends, if they do something a little out of order, I am bound to get irritated because I'm expecting perfectionism with myself. So, how will I not expect perfectionism from them? You getting my point? Like I told everyone to join at 11:55 so that we start at 12. I knew that some people will, join after 12 also. Okay. Now, like this, suppose I make a plan to go out with my friends and I tell them that, my dear friends, I have just 3 hours with me today and I have a lot of work. So I will come to this restaurant at this particular time. Let's not be late. And then, everybody comes late because I am expecting perfectionism for time and others are not abiding by it. I can start to develop frustration and hatred inside. Okay, unknowingly. And then my communication with them is going to change. It is going to change. And who is going to get impacted? I myself. So the point is, if I'm expecting perfectionism from myself, I will expect perfectionism from others. Now, just see if your house help, she is doing the mopping of the floor, okay? And, you know, instead of 100%, she's cleaning the house like 95%, and some corners she's leaving. Now, because I know that if I were to mop the floor, I will do it like extremely properly. But how can I expect her personality to be the same? That is her profession. Okay, she's doing it. But her priority will not be to do it 100%. So if I'm expecting perfectionism from myself, I will automatically start expecting perfectionism from her. And when she's not performing up to the mark, and then I tell her, the dirt is there at the end and all of that, and she's not listening, who is getting impacted? I am getting impacted, right? Another example, if I communicate with myself in a very peaceful way, even if I suppose I lose my wallet while going somewhere and I don't find it, obviously it's very sad situation, I will get impacted, but I don't find my wallet. Okay. Then my laptop also stops working. And there's no electricity in the house. And I was to travel to a different city and I lose my flight. I don't catch my flight also on time. And then I have to book another flight. So another, more money I have to give for booking another flight. And I'm not getting the refund back for the previous flight. Now, when all of this thing happens, if my communication with myself is not that of creating peace inside, okay, then what will happen is when somebody fights with me, or there is argument, or there's a disagreement in the office, then I will not strive to get peace out of that conversation. क्योंकि मैं खुद से ही अपने अंदर पीस क्रिएट नहीं करती हूं, तो मैं बाहर वालों के साथ जब कन्फ्लिक्ट होगा तो कम्युनिकेशन वैसे ही होगा, either blaming them, okay, or finding faults in them, or shouting at them, or if I can't do it, in front of them, I will create a lot of anger inside me. So why is that happening? उनके साथ मेरा रिलेशनशिप पीस का क्यों नहीं बन पा रहा है? बिकॉज मैं अपने अंदर ही पीस नहीं क्रिएट कर रही हूँ, खुद की कम्युनिकेशन में ही मैं पीस नहीं क्रिएट कर रही हूँ, right? So only if I will create peace for myself in situations where only I am involved. Okay, if I lose my wallet, if I lose my flight, if I don't catch my train on time, my laptop stops working, and I know that there's no second person involved in it. Okay, I was only driving my car got punctured, so there was no driver who was supposed to take me to the railway station or to the airport quickly. I was myself driving, so I am responsible for it, right? So now when I lose my train or I don't catch my flight, I'm not creating peaceful communication inside me. So when I will be communicating with other people, how will that be peaceful? If I have a fight with Surbhi, let's suppose, I'm just taking an example, Surbhi, okay? So now मैं अपने अंदर तो peace create करती ही नहीं हूँ. That is my reality from childhood. Then what will happen if I have a fight with Surbhi? Then my intention is not to create peace in my life and not to create peace in Surbhi's life also, because I'm so used to, drama. तो मैं चाहूंगी सुरभि की लाइफ में भी ड्रामा ही रहे. तो मैं उससे लड़ूंगी, फिर वो मुझसे लड़ेगी, then I will fight with her, then she will say something, and then so this is how our communication with other people get impacted, because our communication with self is not taken into consideration, right? Till here, anybody has any doubt? You want to say something? And I would request people to switch on their cameras. I would really love to see your faces. And as I mentioned, there are other people, Aisha, Jyoti, Harshal, Anisa, Vaishali, Alagu. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name not correctly. Okay. ठीक है. So, okay. And okay, welcome, sir. I forgot your name, but I know that you registered yesterday for it. But because your name is not mentioned here, it's written Samsung something. So just let me know your name once.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sorry, I couldn't hear, but that's absolutely fine. I hope you are getting the session.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now I will start with a quiz. Okay, I will start with a quiz. In the poster that I created for this workshop, I mentioned about that Okay, okay. Yeah. I'm reading the chat. Alag, if that's the correct, very close to correct pronunciation of your name. If not, it's absolutely fine. Okay. Okay, okay. So in that, I mentioned that we will be learning how to work on our personal and professional image to attract 5x success in our life. Okay. So what's the topic? How to elevate your personal and professional image to attract 5x success in your life. And instead of giving you the pointers, I'm going to take you through a quiz. And that quiz name is Check Your Image Quotient. Okay? Check Your Image Quotient. Quotient. So you can start noting down. Just take out your notebook and your pen. Don't write down the question. Just listen to the questions very carefully. I will tell you 16 questions. Every question will have three answers, three possibilities. You can select only one answer for yourself for every question. Okay. So just take a blank paper, divide it into three columns. Divide it into three columns. Now, when I tell you the possibilities of every question, which are there are three possibilities, I will start from 1, 2, and 3. I will not say 1 or I will not say 2. I will not mention the number, but in whichever order I say, just assume it is 1, 2, and 3 order only. Okay. If 1 suits you, just put a tick mark there. If 2 suits you, put a tick mark in the second column. If 3 suits you, put a tick mark in the third column. Is everyone okay? Is everyone okay with the understanding? Can I start the quiz? If not, you can
Ma'am,
unmute
can you
and
please
ask.
repeat again?
Okay. Okay. Hi, Anita.
Hi.
So we are doing a quiz named Check Your Image Quotient. Okay. What is image? Image is first my self-image and what others think of me. So what I think of myself is my self-image and what others think of me is the external image. First, we'll have to check our internal image. Okay. So we are doing this quiz to check our image quotient. At the end of this quiz, I will give you the interpretation of the marks that you're getting. So you don't need to reveal your marks to anyone. Just keep it with you and you will understand where do you lie. Okay. So you have to divide your notebook into three columns. I will ask you 16 questions. Every question will have three options. So in the first column, you stick to the first option. In the second column, second option. Third column, third option. Now you can have only one answer, either the first option or the second or the third. Whichever option is your answer, you just put a tick mark there for that question in that column. Only in that column. Okay. For example, if I tell you the first question and your answer is the second option, okay, then you just put a tick mark in the second column. Okay. The first question is, do you think you inspire confidence in others through your appearance? क्या आपको लगता है कि आप अपने appearance से लोगों में इंस्पायर करते हैं कॉन्फिडेंस? And your options are sometimes, most of the times, always. So first option is sometimes, second most of the times, third always. एक ही आंसर हो सकता है. There can be only one answer for you. So just make note of that answer. Shall I move to the next question? Okay. Second question. Do you face a problem in doing negotiation with other people, in closing sales, and in maintaining customer rapport? I'll repeat again. क्या आपको प्रॉब्लम होती है लोगों के साथ नेगोशिएशन करने में, इन नेगोशिएटिंग डील्स विद अदर्स, इन क्लोजिंग सेल्स एंड इन मेंटेनिंग कस्टमर रैपो? If you are not in a sales job, not in a marketing job, you can see कहाँ पे आपकी लाइफ में ये क्वेश्चन फिट बैठ रहा है. Maybe you go to purchase a TV, you go to purchase a washing machine. There, are you able to negotiate? Are you able to close sales? Are you able to maintain customer rapport? Maybe you're doing a small business apart from your job. Are you able to maintain customer rapport? Okay. क्या आपको उसमें प्रॉब्लम आती है? So the question is, do you face problem? Okay, I'll give you the options. Most of the time, sometimes, rarely. Most of the times, sometimes, rarely. First option is most of the times, second is sometimes, and third is rarely. Shall I move to the third question, everyone? Okay. Do you feel uncomfortable in approaching people in social gatherings and networking events and striking up a conversation? Do you feel uncomfortable in approaching people in social gatherings and networking events and striking up a conversation? क्या आपको अनकंफर्टेबल महसूस होता है जब आप सोशल गैदरिंग में बहुत सारे लोगों को देख लेते हो और फिर आपको कॉन्वर्जेशन स्ट्राइक करने में प्रॉब्लम होती है? ओके, योर ऑप्शंस आर मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स, समटाइम्स, रेयरली. Most of the time, sometimes, rarely. Question number 4. Do you think people can identify your personality traits and values by looking at you? क्या आपको लगता है कि लोग आपको देखते ही आपकी पर्सनालिटी ट्रेट्स और आपकी वैल्यूज पहचान लेते हैं? आपको देखते ही, जब तक आप नहीं बोलते उनसे, है ना? सो योर ऑप्शंस आर समटाइम्स, most of the times, always. Sometimes, most of the times, always. Question number 5. In personal, professional, and social situations, do you often feel that others get more opportunities even though you might be more deserving? Okay. I'm at the 5th question, which I'll repeat the 4th one. Just listen to the 5th question. In personal, professional, and social situations, do you feel that others get more opportunity even though you might be more deserving? Okay. What are the options? Most of the times, sometimes, rarely. Most of the times, sometimes, rarely. Richa, which question do you want me to repeat? If you're asking for the 4th one, then 4th is sometimes, most of the times, and always. And the 5th is most of the times, sometimes, rarely. Let's move on to the 6th question. Do you feel misunderstood by others and their perception of you is different than reality? That means आप कुछ और हो बट लोग आपको कुछ और समझ लेते हैं, गलत समझ लेते हैं. आपके साथ बहुत बार मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग्स हो जाती हैं लोगों को, right? Do you often feel that others misunderstand you and their perception about you is different than reality? Options: most of the times, sometimes, rarely. Most of the times, sometimes, rarely. बहुत कम. Rarely means बहुत कम. 7th question. Can you get people to accept your ideas easily? ये कहीं भी हो सकता है. फ्रेंड्स के साथ आप डिनर के लिए जा रहे हो या फिर आप किसी ग्रुप मीटिंग में बोल रहे हो, राइट? सो कैन यू गेट पीपल टू एक्सेप्ट योर आइडियाज इजीली? क्या लोग आपके आइडियाज को इजीली एक्सेप्ट कर लेते हैं या एटलीस्ट सुन लेते हैं, राइट? एंड व्हाट आर योर ऑप्शंस? समटाइम्स, मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स, ऑलवेज. Sometimes, most of the times, always. Eighth question. Do you often feel nervous in important situations? क्या आपको important situations में nervous feel होता है? Let's look at the options. Most of the times, sometimes, rarely. Most of the times, sometimes, rarely. Okay. Ninth, do you often feel intimidated by your boss, your spouse, your friends, your children? Intimidated means डर जाना, to get afraid. क्या आपको अपने मैनेजर, अपने बॉस या अपने स्पाउस या अपने चिल्ड्रन या अपने फ्रेंड से अक्सर डर लगता है? Not in every situation, but in some situations. Do you often feel intimidated by them? The options are most of the times, sometimes, rarely. Most of the times, sometimes, rarely. 10th, question number 10. Do you often make excuses for the way you look or appear? Do you often make excuses for the way you look or appear? Okay, for example, you go to a wedding party and you dressed your best. You were presentable from your own end. But then you see other people like very gaudily they are dressed. Okay. And then you start to feel insecure. Ki why did not I make little more efforts? And then when you go and meet and then they say, people suppose they are discussing about from where did they get their wedding attire and all. And then you start to give excuses about, oh, I didn't have time. Oh, I was so busy in office work. So I had this only. So I wore this. So instead of feeling confident and not giving justification to anyone, do you feel like giving justification so that people don't get certain opinion about you? Right? Okay, that's the question. Your options are most of the times, sometimes, rarely. Most of the time, sometimes, rarely. Okay. 11th question. Can I move on to the 11th question, everyone? Okay. Next question, 11th is, do you think people can identify your role by looking at you? For example, if you're a senior manager or if you're an HR manager, if you're a recruiter or whichever profession you are, okay? Do you think people can identify your role by looking at you? Okay? And your options are rarely, sometimes, most of the times. Rarely, sometimes, most of the times. Question 12. Do you have difference of opinion which leads to arguments with others? अगर आपके बहुत ज़्यादा difference of opinion रहता है and there is lot of arguments that you go on to, you feel like, it's a pattern in life. हमेशा आर्ग्यूमेंट हो जाता है या हमेशा डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन रहता है या आपको लगता है nobody understands me or maybe I am the alien. I always have different opinion and then nobody wants to listen to me and then I always get into argument. Okay, if you feel like that, these are your options. Most of the times, sometimes, rarely. Most of the time, sometimes, rarely. Okay, we are done with 12 questions till now. 4 more left. Right? Can I move on to the 13th? Okay. Do you attempt reconciliation after a fight? जब आपके किसी से fight होती है, तो क्या आप attempt करते हो reconciliation? Do you attempt reconciliation after a fight? And your options are rarely, sometimes, most of the times. Rarely, sometimes, most of the times. Question 14. Do you really listen to people with empathy? क्या आप सच में लोगों को empathy से सुनते हैं या फिर आप ऐसी सुनते हैं कि चलो ठीक है सामने वाला बोल रहा है I will put my point. Do you really listen to people with empathy? That's the question. And your options are rarely, sometimes, Most of the times. Rarely means बहुत कम. Sometimes means kuch times, and most of the times means that's almost your personality. 15th, do you avoid conflicting situations? जैसे ही conflict आता है क्या आप उसे avoid करने लगते हैं? Do you avoid conflicting situations? And your options are rarely, sometimes, most of the times. Rarely, sometimes, most of the times. And the last, do you generally experience emotional highs and lows? अभी 2 hours के लिए you are absolutely well, okay? You are in a high state of vibration, like happy. अचानक से कुछ हुआ, maybe you wanted an ice cream and you went to Swiggy and you were ordering it and you did not get it from your favorite restaurant and it is like closed, okay? Or maybe there's a discount on the credit card and usually it's there and today you actually want to order something from Swiggy and that discount does not exist, okay? So do you immediately go low? Or your friend was supposed to come, you already made preparations, you made 2 3 dishes and the friend says, I'm sorry, I won't be coming today. Okay, so you are like, why did I then prepare so much? Why are they telling me at the end? So you go into emotional low. That means, see, everybody will get impacted. It's not that we are, robots will not get impacted. But do you then, does that state occupy your entire day or it affects other areas of your work? Right. So the last question is, do you generally experience emotional highs and lows? That's the question. Okay. Your options are most of the times, sometimes, rarely. Most of the times, sometimes, rarely. Okay, is everyone done with all the questions? And you've identified your answer, right? Okay. Now what you do, if there is a tick in the first column, you are supposed to give yourself 1 mark. Okay. If you have ticks in the second column, give yourself 2 marks, and if there are ticks in the third column, 3 marks. 1, 2, and 3. Now count all the marks and just find out your total score. 1 plus 2 plus 3. How many ones are there? How many twos are there? How many threes? Just add them. Okay, that's wonderful. 40 is the score. Anybody who does not want to share, that's absolutely fine.
Ma'am,
But
how
40.
to, can you please
Okay.
tell me how to calculate?
Yeah. So total score is 48. Why?
Okay.
Because third is the highest marking and there are 16 questions. So 16 into 3 will become 48.
Mm-hmm.
So total is 48. Out of that, you have to calculate your score by adding 1 or 2 or 3. So if you have given a tick in the first column, then you will give yourself 1 mark. If tick in the second column, 2 marks. If tick in the third column, 3 marks. And now add all the ones, add all the twos, add all the threes, and you will find your marks. Simple, you just have to do all the addition. Okay. Okay, some people have shared. It is good. Those who are not okay with sharing, that's also fine. Okay. So 21, 22, 40. Okay. Okay. Now I'll tell you the how to interpret where your personal or professional image lies. Okay. Now, if your score is between 39 to 48, that means 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, up till 48. 48 is the highest. That means you have a high image quotient. Okay. So your aim should be to go towards high. From 38 to 48, you should strive to have this image quotient in your life. And if somebody has scored between 39 to 48, let me tell you what does it mean. It means that you understand the power of your image and you feel confident about your appearance and yourself in general. And you can always move on to the next level where people can start to like you more, and you can start to influence people more. So if you are at 39, you can always go towards 42, 43. If you are at 45, you can aim for 48. Okay. So these people, if your score is between 39 to 48, you have high image quotient, which is good. What do you want me to repeat, Surbi? Just tell me exactly what do you want me to repeat. So I'm saying if your score is between 39 to 48, you have high image quotient. Okay. Limit is 48. Limit is 48 because 16 into 3 is 48. 3 is the highest marking for the third column, right? Okay. Then let me tell you, if you have a score between 27 to 38, then it's an average image quotient. Okay. Average image quotient. Now, what does this mean? This means that you understand, you are aware of the importance of image, but you are hesitant about yourself and your choices in certain situation. आपको awareness है, you are aware of the importance of your image, but you are hesitant about yourself, your choices, and your appearance in certain situation. Okay? But it also means that you're very keen to project yourself better. You're very keen to improve your self-image. You're very keen to improve the image that you want to project onto others. You're very keen. So if you're between 27 to 38, you have an average image quotient. You can always work towards improving it. Okay? And how will you work? You will have to keep on working on yourself, or after the session, you can DM me. I will speak to you in a call and I will, explain you how you can work on yourself. And anytime you're able to achieve the point number 3 for all your questions, that means you're working on your self image and you're working on the external image also. That will help you to improve your rate of success in personal and professional life. Okay, is everybody clear till here? If you have any questions, please feel free to ask so that I will know. Hi, Rajul. Welcome. Anybody
Hi,
wants to ask?
Tanya. Sorry for the delay.
That's okay. I understand you went somewhere. So,
Yes, thank you so much.
okay. So you are saying if it is below 27. Okay. Now, if it is between 16 to 26, because see, 1 is the lowest score, and how many questions are there? 16. So 16 is the lowest limit. 16 to 26, if it is your score, then it is a low image quotient. Okay. Now you don't have to scare yourself कि oh itna low hai, ऐसे कैसे? There's always a scope of improvement. Just take it as a divine guidance today that if you are here for the session, at least you develop the awareness where is your image quotient, and you can always work on it. Give yourself minimum 6 months or 1 year, okay, in order to work on all these parameters. Don't expect magic, don't expect miracles to happen immediately. Okay, so wherever you are, if you're at 16, aim to go towards 20. If you're at 20, move towards 25. If you're at 25, just aim to go till 30. Okay, if you're at 30, go till 35. Just aim for, 5 more. Yeah, 42 is a good score. It's a high image question. Okay, now this was the quiz that we did. Now I'll move on to certain aspects. But now, can anyone tell me why are we? Okay, Anisa, you're saying please repeat the 16 question. 16 question is, do you experience emotional highs and lows? And your options are most of the times, sometimes, rarely. Okay, that means everything is going well, and suddenly, you know, you kept the milk on boiling, and then, you forgot to switch off the burner, and entire milk is now gone. Okay, or something happened. Maybe you put the tap on, and then, the entire washroom is like overflowing with water. Or your friend was supposed to come and she does not come, and you have made all the preparations in the kitchen. So does it make you go into extreme lows also? Like you were so high, energetic, vibrant, and suddenly do you go into lows? All of that. Okay. Now, can anyone tell me that how? Okay. Okay. I think somebody's on. Can you please put yourself on mute, everyone? Only if you have a question, then unmute yourself. Okay. Can anyone tell me why are we working on our image? Improve your personal and professional image for 5x success. अपनी success को आपको 5 गुना करना है, तो आपको अपनी personal and professional image पे काम करना होगा. If you want to improve your success by 5x, I've not taken 10x here because 10x is a huge jump. 5x is still achievable. Okay. So I always believe we should be very reliable with the numbers. You will find it at so many places. This will improve in one day. This will improve in, you can make it 10x, 100x. Frankly speaking, I don't believe in that. I have never been able to achieve that kind of remarkable, difference. If I'm here, then I will move to this in just a week. Okay. So 5x means 5 times. If you think, Surbi, that out of 10, your score for success is like, you think that you are just 5 successful right now, 5 out of 10. So if you make it, 5x, that means it is 25. So obviously your higher range will improve. This is suppose you are 5 out of 100. Okay, so 5 into 5 will be 25. So 25 is your score for success. That means whatever is your current rate of success, you are multiplying it by 5 times. That is called 5x. Surbi. Okay. So now, everybody please drink your water so that I can tell you some 2 very important points. These 2 points have worked magically for me. So I want to share them with you. If you can really sit like a child and absorb it with a lot of curiosity, uh, you will not need anything else for the next few days. You can just be by yourself and keep working on yourself. But just take it very seriously. Don't think so, oh, this point I know, that I know. I'm going to change the way I'm going to give the points to you. And they're very deep. Only if you are ready to think them as very deep. Okay, so just drink water and get ready. I will make you write also and I'll explain you also. Okay. So the next topic that we will discuss on is we have understood what we have to do to improve our personal and professional image for attracting 5x success. Let's talk about success now. The definition of success is very different to everyone. It's very subjective. I will not go into that definition. Okay. It's very personal to everyone. Whatever you believe is your definition of success, that is. You don't have to take validation from anyone. Not from anyone. Not from any person in this world. Whatever you believe is success, that is success for you. Okay. First point. Very important point. Very, very important. Your desire for success. Desire, write it in capital words. Your desire for your success is the most valuable asset in this world. अगर आप अपने अंदर डिजायर क्रिएट कर सकते हो ना सक्सेस के लिए या जो भी आपका गोल है, that is the most valuable asset in the world. Not even hard work. I'll give you an example. Everybody ready to listen to an example? Okay. Before the example, just make a flow chart. Desire, then make an arrow, then write down value, then make an arrow and write down money. Desire, value, and money. First, desire is there. Desire will lead to value. Value will lead to money. Now, let's talk about example. You usually check into a certain kind of hotels when you go for vacation. Okay? This time you really want to check into a beautiful resort, and the cost of that resort is 50,000 for 2 nights and 3 days. Okay? You really want to go to that. So that means, what is the price of that resort that the resort owner is keeping? 50,000 for 2 nights and 3 days. Okay? That is the money. The money that you have, that the customer has to pay. Now, that money, why is he keeping that price? Because the resort owner is knowing that there is value for staying in that resort. मनी क्यों है, उसका प्राइस क्यों है, एक मॉनेटरी वैल्यू क्यों है? बिकॉज उसमें एक वैल्यू छुपी है. एंड व्हाट इज द वैल्यू? जस्ट लुक एट योर फ्लो डायग्राम दैट आई आस्क्ड यू टू मेक. सबसे लास्ट में मनी है, उसके पहले है वैल्यू, उसके पहले है डिजायर. सो रिजॉर्ट की वैल्यू मनी क्या है? 50,000 for 2 nights and 3 days. And why is that monetary value? Because there is a value inside staying in that resort. And what is that value? Comfort and luxury. So the resort, if I'm the resort owner, I know that my resort is very beautiful. It has comfort and luxury. That is the value I'm giving to the customers. That is why I've kept the price as 50,000. Okay? So money के पहले क्या है? Value है. And why is that value? वो value भी कैसे मुझे पता चल रहा है? Why am I focusing on value as a resort owner? Why am I providing comfort and luxury to the customers? Because I know that there is desire inside the customers to check into such resorts. Because people want to have luxurious experience. So there is desire. You got this point? There is desire. Because you have desire, you will find value in certain resorts, and then you will pay that money and that person will receive the money. Right? Now, let's take another example. You go to a shopping mall and there is a 1,000 rupees t-shirt. There is a 2,500 rupees t-shirt also. Okay. Usually pink color is associated with women, and boys or men do not usually wear pink color, but nowadays some are wearing also. Okay. Because there's no taboo attached to any color. Anybody can wear any color. Because there is desire inside the males also to wear the pink color of t-shirt, there is desire, right? That is why the company is producing value in the form of launching the pink color t-shirt, which are comfortable also. And their material is also good. And they are pricing it at 2,500. So there comes a monetary value to it. Is everybody clear till here? Okay. So if you have a desire for something in your life, अगर आप कुछ चाहते हो, कुछ अचीव करना, तो आप डिजायर पे वर्क करो. Every single day, after every 4 hours, if you feed the desire about that thing that you want and you feed it in your body, okay, this is called somatic work. When we connect with our body, that is called somatic work. You have to get out of your head and you have to feel that desire for that goal, for that success in your body. And you have to feed the desire not just today, not just tomorrow, but every single day after every 3 to 4 hours. You feed that desire. You will be able to create value in yourself to achieve that success. तभी value create होगा. And then money is a byproduct of the value. Money is just a byproduct of the value. Okay? I want everybody to close your eyes and let's experience this. Okay? Just close your eyes for some time, for 2 minutes. Select a thing that you truly want in your life. That you truly want. आप उसके लिए बहुत मेहनत कर रहे हो, but ऐसा लग रहा है 1 साल हो गया, 2 साल हो चुके हैं, 1 year has passed, 2 years, 3 years. आ ही नहीं रही है ये चीज. I am not able to get it. Just think about it. I'll give you 10 seconds. Just think. Now that you're very clear of what you want, Create a desire for that very particular thing. And know that what I desire desires me back. What I desire desires me back. Wherever you can feel the desire in your body, just get to be so much aware about it. Find out an area of your body where you can feel that desire, whether it is in your head, in your ears, in your eyes, in your cheeks, in the throat, in the heart, in the hands, wherever it is. I'll give you 10 seconds to find out that part of your body where you can feel the desire. And now just visualize the shape and the color of this desire. It could be yellow color, it could be red, it could be of any shape, like a circle, a square, a rectangle, amoeba shape, or it could be shapeless. But your desire has a shape and a form. It has. It could be like water, it could be like air. It has a certain color attached to it. Whatever is the first color that's coming to you, that is your answer. You don't need to analyze so much. Deeply connect with that part of your body where you can feel this desire, feel the color, and feel the shape and the size of this desire. And now gradually allow yourself to make this desire bigger. Visualize how this desire in that particular part of the body is becoming bigger. Bigger. Give permission to this desire to become bigger and bigger, and so that it occupies the entire space in your body. From the head to toe, every space in your body is filled with the desire. And you can visualize that color inside your body about that desire. And see the desire growing in intensity. And you're feeling so much connected with each and every part of your body. Because the desire is not just at the one part, it is every single place. You can feel it in your bones right now. And now you can open your eyes. Anybody wants to share what was your desire so that I can give you an example of how you can create value for that. And based on the value, you can then move towards, getting money as a byproduct of it. Anybody wants to manifest a job or a higher salary? Okay. So that's a very common example, right? To have success in exam, right? I understand. Okay. Surbi, for you, success in exam, and for so many people, they want to manifest a better job, okay, which is more fulfilling and it has a better salary. What you have to do, आपने जो अपनी desire अभी सोची है, you have to do this exercise every single day. और सिर्फ एक बार करने से नहीं होगा, आपको डटे रहना है. You have to feed this desire inside the cells and bones of your body and do it after every 2 hours. सिर्फ 3 minutes लगेंगे ये करने में. You connect with
Tanya,
the
we have
desire.
recording of this so that the set of
Yes,
questions which you were asking, it will be.
yes. Right. Okay. When you feed the desire every single day, after every 2 hours, you feed this desire in your body. It's very important that you connect with your body. Please don't intellectualize things in your mind. Mind से सारे काम नहीं हो पाते. We have to get into the body work, which is called somatic work. Because understand, your issues lie in your tissue. Your issues lie in your tissues. अगर आपने कोई नेगेटिव एक्सपीरियंस अपनी लाइफ में क्रिएट किया है जहां पे यू हैव गॉट 5 रिजेक्शंस स्ट्रेट फ्रॉम डिफरेंट कंपनीज एंड आपका रिज्यूमे रिजेक्ट हो गया, आपका इंटरव्यू कॉल के बाद सिलेक्शन नहीं हुआ, 5 जगह से ऐसा हुआ है, right? Then what will you, there is a feeling attached to that particular thing and it is there in your body. You're not even aware, but that feeling is still sitting in your body. And that is why you have to feel another kind of feeling in your body through this work of creating the desire and visualizing the color and the shape and the size of it and allowing it to expand and expand and expand. क्योंकि अगर डिजायर नहीं होगी तो आप वैल्यू नहीं क्रिएट कर पाओगे. डिजायर को रोज फीड करो, every single day, after every 2 hours. Let's come to value. Value क्या होगा? Those who want to manifest a better job, what is the value? The value is that when you will go to the interview, you will sit in front of the interviewer as if you are the giver and not a needy person. अगर आप अपनी डिजायर से बहुत ज्यादा कनेक्ट हो जाओगे तो आप इंटरव्यूअर के आगे जो भी क्वेश्चंस होंगे, जो भी प्रेपरेशन करके जाओगे, you will be able to project that you are a giver. You are not a needy person. So the value that you feed inside you by doing certain certification, by doing certain courses, or by just rehearsing your answer, that value should reflect the mindset of abundance. Don't let the interviewer feel that you are needy for it. You go and you observe your body as you're sitting in front of the interviewer and make it so full, make it so enough in itself that it should feel that you are there to give value. That you can transform the project, the processes in their organization because you're so much full of value. And money is only a byproduct of it. Just remember not to be needy at all. And how will you not be needy? When you will know that the value you are bringing, it is making your body full rather than you're feeling scars from inside. So when you're sitting in front of the interviewer, check the body. How is the body feeling? Am I having tension in the body? Am I feeling that 5 rejections I got, this time again it's going to be there. 100% it's going to be there. Then you will feel hollowness in certain parts of your body. And the value you will not be able to project. You work on the desire level at the body, you work at the value level at the body, money is simply a byproduct of it. Okay? May not be the exact money that you are wanting to receive, but surely more than what you are at the current level. Desire, feed the desire. Anybody in your circle tries to tell you so unrealistic, what is desire? Don't listen to them. Okay? Desire. You have understood the examples of a resort and a t-shirt, how these companies are selling. They are tapping into the desire of the customers because you as a customer desire to go into certain places. That's why they're putting the value in the resort and they're charging money out of it. So everything is based on the desire. Even before your hard work, it is based on the desire. And if you find yourself not doing work, not taking action, know that your desire is still not at the highest level. Okay, if you think that, my desire is there, I am visualizing it every day in my body, but I'm not able to take action. I don't know, something happens and then I doubt. That means your desire is still not at its peak level. It has to be like mad people. Okay, work at the body level. Don't try to intellectualize things. Sometimes intellectualizing things don't work in the long run. Work at the body level because your body stores feelings and thoughts are only at the mind level. Body stores feelings. Body stores feelings. You should be able to feel full and enough in your body. while you are sitting in an interview, while you're appearing for an exam, or while you are doing any conversation with a client or striking a deal, or, or wanting anything. This is how you can work towards your definition of success. First point. Is everyone clear with this point? Desire gives value, gives money. Okay. I go on to the next point. Very important, similar to this. Evidence does not need to exist for you to believe. Write down. Evidence does not need to exist for you to believe. Evidence and believe are the two words here. Evidence जरूरी नहीं है कि exist करे कि आप believe कर पाओ. Instead, you have to believe so that you can create evidence. Okay? Evidence should not exist for you to believe. Instead, you have to believe to create evidence. Let's suppose we'll take the same example. Those of you who are wanting to manifest a better job, a better salary, a more fulfilling career, if you have gotten even 10 rejections from different places, या आप कभी भी try करते हो, कुछ ना कुछ बात ऐसी हो जाती है कि आपका career stagnant हो जाता है, बात आगे नहीं बढ़ती है, right? Personal life में कुछ हो जाता है, या आप promotion लेते हो, या फिर you take a transfer but you are not able to take your family to a new city, या कुछ तो problem हो जाती है. Now अभी क्या है? You have 10 evidences in your mind of failure. So वो failure की जो feeling है, the feeling of failure of 10 different things, it is sitting as an evidence in your body. And अगर आप उस evidence के भरोसे जाओगे, तो आप believe नहीं कर पाओगे. So evidence does not need to exist for you to believe. Instead, you have to start believing so that you can create evidence. तो अगर आपकी 5 बार failure हुआ है, 10 बार हुआ है, or 20 times you have seen the failure in a particular thing, does not matter. You have to keep believing to create evidence. Now you will think, huh, how will the evidence get created? I'm feeling like this is not possible. Okay. Right now this looks like it's not possible. It might take 8 months. Okay, I agree. It might take 1 year. I agree to get that evidence. But are you ready to believe that same thing for the next 8 months or 12 months? That's the question. So evidence must not exist for you to believe. For example, your current salary is 20 lakhs per annum, and you're wanting a job which is let's take it a little predictable, 30. Okay, you're wanting to get a job which pays you 30 lakhs per annum. Now, अभी तक evidence क्या है कि 5 different companies have rejected my resume. Okay, or I went till the interview round and I don't know, I never heard from them. I don't know why I didn't get selected. I don't know. Then I speak to my colleagues who are also my friends in my circle. And they are also saying, yeah, as per our current skills, I'm not finding the job. And their resume also got rejected. And so many other things happened. So you have the evidence of 5 failures in your life. Plus, when you're listening to your, colleagues who are your friends, because they are your friends, that is why they are sharing that they are applying to different jobs. They're sharing with you. And you hear the failure stories from them. Now the evidence of failure is becoming so deep in your mind. Vandana, can you please mute yourself? Right. So the evidence of failure is becoming so deep in your mind that you're not able to believe. What if I say that no matter the times of failure you have experienced, if you just believe that I will get a job which will give me 30 lakhs, you will create an evidence for it. So आप evidence का wait करो ही मत. You believe so that you can create evidence. Anybody wants to come to question this? Wants to say anything around this? Desire, value, money, evidence, belief. आपका कोई relationship spoiled है, right? You're trying so hard. Maybe just know that the desire to mend that relationship was not at its peak. And you couldn't bring the value in yourself that you are supposed to transform. आप वो तरीके का value इसलिए create नहीं कर पाए क्योंकि desire ही नहीं था, peak level पे नहीं था desire. Okay? And जब आपने देखा कि सामने वाला इंसान change नहीं हो रहा है, the person who is just in front of you is not changing, no matter how much you're trying, you then believe that, oh, this cannot change in my life. You just accept it, right? But the point is, your evidence does not need to exist for you to believe. You have to believe so that you can create evidence. Are you ready to believe it 100 times, regardless of the failure that everybody else is telling you or you have experienced? Okay, desire. Like, what is your favorite ice cream? Anybody who can tell me?
Chocolate
Anybody want
flavor.
chocolate flavor, right? Uh, just need if you want to just order it right now. What is the desire inside you to have it? Just be real.
Temptation.
Uh,
Temptation. The
yeah,
temptation
yeah,
of
right,
actually having it. Yeah.
right. Out of 100, what do you think is the current?
Okay.
Out
On
of
the number scale,
yeah,
uh, out of 100, right now it's 50%, yeah, because
50%. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Because you don't have to be feeling tempting about it all the time.
yeah.
Now, ये तो आइसक्रीम का केस है. But what about our goals? The kind of success that we are wanting. अगर वो 50% तक के डिजायर है तो आप वैल्यू नहीं क्रिएट कर पाओगे. जब आप उसकी डिजायर 100% कर लोगे, बार बार उसको सोमैटिकली यू हैव टू फील इट इन योर बॉडी, यू हैव टू फील इट इन एवरी सेल एंड एवरी बोन ऑफ योर बॉडी, यू हैव टू एक्सपीरियंस द शेप, द साइज, द कलर ऑफ इट, and you have to see it expanding and becoming larger than life and even out crossing your entire body. आपके बॉडी से भी बाहर जा रहा है, it is expanding and filling the entire bubble around you. That's when you will be able to create value. And when you feel so much fuller inside you, that there is this feeling of enoughness, that I am enough. When you go for that interview or when you go for that deal, you will not be in that energy that, please take me, I'm such a valuable resource. That needy feeling will go away because you know that you're so much enough. It will be the energy of the giver, that you take me and you will see your organization changing. If you don't take me, that's your loss. You got my point? That has to be the energy, and that can only happen when you feel it inside your body. Don't intellectualize things. Sometimes intellectualizing things don't work because हमारी feelings कहाँ stored हैं? Body में. Because your issues stay in your tissues. Okay?
Okay. Then I have a
Yeah.
question, and you can
Yeah.
just work it out if you
Right,
can
right,
answer it right now, maybe later
right.
on.
Okay.
We said that we have desire. Desire leads to a value, which eventually will lead to the money flow. If
Hmm.
the person has the desire, that is money itself, and the rest of the things doesn't make sense.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
Right now we
Hmm,
made out that it's the career prospect which you want, or maybe a job which you are trying
hmm,
to achieve, through which you probably will need to have money.
hmm,
But if
hmm,
I if the desire is money, and then
hmm,
rest of the things are not making sense,
hmm, hmm,
the desire is money, so
hmm.
it is that only.
So,
So
what are
yeah,
the various sources from which you can manifest money? That you have to become very clear. Is it only
yeah,
through
so
working?
it's a clarity that is required from that, and the work is required, right?
Right. Whether you want money only from the job or from a side hustle or from the stock market, you have to become very
Mhm.
clear about it, or by renting a property, right? So, and when there is so much desire, you just keep feeding on the desire, and then automatically actions will happen because you will know that you're so much valuable that, you know, even for few days, if you face any sort of, a loss in the stock market, again, I'm not saying that you don't put practicality into mind. You take someone's help who can help you to grow that money in that direction, who is well aware of the stock market. But if there is desire, then that will lead you to create value. Value in the sense that you will find the best possible person who can help you with the stock market. Okay. Or you will do your due diligence to not settle for anything less, and you will know that अभी मैं wait करती हूँ and let me find this this person who can, only this person can help me. Okay, नहीं, मुझे मेरी friend ने भी इससे help लिया है, this person has also taken help. No, this person I don't think so can help me, because I'm much more valuable, right? So, and value means like you invest in a lot of courses, or you join certain communities where, you know, you know that if you have to ask for help, people are ready to help you because you have so much value inside you, because they are dying to help you. So that is a different kind of value. We can take it offline also if you want to discuss on this very particular aspect कि इसके लिए एक value कैसे create करना. Okay, value means you have to create value inside you, that I am so much enough. It's basically like the deservability. But for deservability create करने के लिए desire has to be at the peak. And it's not a few months thing, it has to be persistence. It is like a persistent game. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So anybody else? Shall we move on? This we talked about our personal image, professional image, and the success. Right? Whatever is your definition of success. We talked about it. The next portion of our segment today is about the self-love thing. And there are a lot of questions that I want you to do and find answers to. So are you all ready, or you want a 2-minute break in between? Surbi, I'll take this up. Okay, this question just at the end. Let me just finish it till 2. And should I continue with the session, or do you want a 2 minutes break? Okay, then you can switch off your cameras, everyone. Just take a 2-minute break and do come back. Okay, bring your water and also your notebook and your pen. Okay, how many of you are back? And those who haven't switched on their cameras, I would request you to do that so that I can see you at least once. And I know that I am not speaking to the screens, but there is real human beings sitting. Okay. Hi, Anisa. Nice to see you. Hi, Richa. Hi, Vandana. Okay. There are few people I know already. So, but yes, there are few. Okay. Hi. Okay, so hi, Jyoti, you have just, I saw that. I didn't see the form that you filled because it was already the time, but glad that you're here. So you are able to understand in both the languages. right? You said that I should speak in both Hindi and English.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you for joining. Okay, Surbi is back. Okay, let's start. Today we are doing. How many of you do practice self love in your life, and you feel that ये सब तो बेकार की बातें हैं, इससे कुछ नहीं होता है. Okay, if there is a thought like that, please feel free to share because that will help in better learning. It will help you to address your concerns also. कि हाँ ये सब तो बेकार की बातें हैं, इससे कुछ नहीं होता है. सेल्फ लव क्या होता है, इतना कौन अपने आप से प्यार करता है, right? So I wanted to bring a very different dimension here regarding self-love so that you can start to actually have faith in that. And for that, I'll take you through a complete experience. I'll be giving you a lot of questions. You have to just listen to the question. Don't write the question. Just write your answers and see what comes up for you. Your answer is your answer. I can't be telling you the answer because then you see what is self-love for you. Okay? Now see, जब भी हम self love की बात करते हैं, whenever we talk about self love, it has 4 different aspects to it. Direct self love कभी नहीं होता. It has to start with self awareness. Okay, so you can make a quadrant which is of 4 quadrants आप बना लो. First quadrant is self awareness. Second is self acceptance. पहले आप aware होगे तभी तो आप खुद को accept करोगे. Okay, थर्ड इज सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस. तभी तो कॉन्फिडेंस पे वर्क करोगे. अभी क्या होता है ना, लोग डायरेक्टली कॉन्फिडेंस पे वर्क करने लग जाते हैं और फिर उन्हें लगता है यार कुछ तो हो नहीं रहा है. ओके, फर्स्ट बिकम सेल्फ अवेयर, देन सेल्फ एक्सेप्टेंस, देन सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस एंड देन सेल्फ लव. These are the 4 different parameters to reaching the self love. Okay, so is everybody ready with your pen and your notebook? Let's talk about self-awareness. I'm giving you a few questions. Reflect on them and keep writing them, writing your answers. Okay? Self-awareness, self-acceptance. What is the third?
Self-confidence.
Self-confidence, and then comes self-love. Okay? Directly self-love नहीं आएगा. Directly self-confidence नहीं आएगा. पहले तो aware होना पड़ेगा. पहले खुद को accept करना पड़ेगा. बहुत लोगों को acceptance में problem आती है. Okay? Let's start with self-awareness. First question, don't write the question, it will take time. Just listen to the question and only write your answer. Okay? How do you typically feel when you wake up and while you're going to bed? What is the feeling? Just write that feeling for you. We're talking about self-awareness right now. Only self-awareness. How do you typically feel after waking up and before you go to bed? Able to think and write? जब आप उठते हो यूजुअली आप क्या फील करते हो, या जब आप you're going to sleep, what are you usually feeling? I'm talking about usually. Not every day you will feel the same, but usually. Are you aware? क्या आप इतने aware हो? Okay. Question number 2. What is the most dominant vibration in your system? System is your body. आपकी बॉडी में what is the most dominant vibration? Let me give you some examples. The most dominant vibration is that, is my life based only on anger? Is my life based only on fear? मतलब हर चीज के पीछे एक fear होता है, हर चीज के पीछे एक anger होता है. Or is my life based on passion for life, or passion for my work? Or is my life based on the feeling of satisfaction and contentment? Or is my life based on a lot of joy? Or is my life based on competition? I have to compete, I have to win, I have to prove my worth. What is the most dominant vibration in your system? अब वो पता करो. आपके लिए अलग होगा, आपकी फ्रेंड्स के लिए अलग होगा. So कभी कंपैरिजन नहीं करना. Okay, first question is, how do you feel when you wake up in the morning and how do you feel when you go to bed? That's the first question.
मैम एक बार इसको भी आप एक्सप्लेन कर दो, जैसे आपने सेकंड
Right.
वाले को explain किया.
Right. What is the most dominant vibration? First वाला explain कर दूं.
जी मैम.
Okay. जब हम usually उठते हैं, okay, what do I feel? क्या मुझे ऐसा लगता है, अरे ये भी करना है, वो भी करना है, ये भी करना है. No, so many tasks. And then I'm like, जल्दी से brush करो, जल्दी से ready हो जाओ, ये भी है, वो भी है. That feeling, that means when I wake up in the morning, I'm just feeling so much of rush. There's this rushed feeling कि कुछ छूट जाएगा. भाग रही है जिंदगी. Is the feeling. And when I go to bed, I'm like, अरे यार आज कितना काम था. You know, आज तो बिल्कुल अच्छा फील नहीं हुआ. या फिर आज अच्छा था. It was good for me. I was able to do things. So when you go to sleep, are you able to feel happy? Are you able to feel satisfied? Or are you just simply worrying about your job, worrying about your kids? वो वरी की फीलिंग के साथ आप जाते हो सोने, या फिर आप एक ग्रैटिट्यूड या कंटेंटमेंट की फीलिंग के साथ सोने जाते हो, या एक्साइटमेंट या क्यूरियोसिटी की फीलिंग के साथ सोने जाते हो कि देखते हैं कल कैसा होगा, हाउ अमेजिंग टुमारो विल बी, या फिर ऐसे ही होगा, घिसी पिटी जिंदगी है, राइट? So you have to identify that feeling for yourself. It can take time for those people who are doing the self-awareness exercise for the very first time. Okay? Question number 3. Everybody else is okay with these questions? Just give me a thumbs up if you are with me. Okay. Next question is, what upsets you about yourself? आपको अपने बारे में क्या upset कर देता है? What upsets you about yourself? आप अपने बारे में किस चीज से अपसेट हो जाते हो? मैं टाइम ही नहीं मैनेज कर पाती, मैं तो बहुत अपसेट हूँ अपने आप से. मैं इतना ट्राई करती हूँ, पूरा 1 साल निकल गया, टाइम ही नहीं मैनेज कर पाई, मैं तो किसी काम की नहीं हूँ. आई एम सो अपसेट विद माई सेल्फ. और मैं इतना हार्ड वर्क करती हूँ, ऐसा कुछ होता तो है नहीं. यू नो सो मुझे कुछ नहीं आता, और मेरी लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम्स ही प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, तो मैं प्रॉब्लम्स अट्रैक्ट कर लेती हूँ, एंड आई एम वेरी अपसेट विद माई सेल्फ. ओके, इट कुड बी एनीथिंग फॉर यू. I've just taken examples. Or maybe, somebody will say, I don't like my appearance, or I'm very short heighted, or no matter how much diet or, gym I go for, but I don't know, I'm not able to feel my best self. So that upsets me about myself. Okay. Or maybe I'm not able to speak up in certain situations where I need to stand up for myself, and that upsets me about myself. Okay. Next question. What upsets you about others? आपको लोगों की क्या बात से अपसेट आप हो जाते हो? एग्जाम्पल, कोई बहुत लाउड वॉइस में बोलता है और आप बहुत पीसफुल पर्सन हो, तो आप अपसेट हो जाते हो कि इतना शोर क्यों मचा रहे हैं, राइट? और somebody speaks rudely to you and that upsets you, right? What upsets you about others? If you are a very hygienic person and somebody else does not follow, hygiene, maybe you are living in a hostel or you have to share a room with someone, okay, that upsets you, that where cleanliness is not there from other people. Okay, so Anisa is saying mostly people are fake. Okay, I don't believe in that. I think, yeah, it's a personal belief. It's a belief actually. Okay, Anisa, this is my understanding. When, you know, there can be a lot of people who are fake. But the point is, when we stick to this belief that people are fake, we will create more of it. That yes, people are fake. And we will find more people who are actually fake. Okay, so everything is a belief. There's no right or wrong. I'm not saying that I'm right or you are right. It's a belief. Okay, if this belief serves you and it upsets you, if this belief serves you, आप उससे upset नहीं होते, it's absolutely fine to stick to this belief. But if it upsets you, then maybe it's a time that you can change the belief. Okay? Next question is, how do you respond when you feel disappointed or hurt? How do you respond when you feel disappointed or hurt? Do you cry? Do you lock yourself in room? Do you eat a lot of junk food? Do you straight away want to eat a lot of sweets? Do you just listen to music? Do you go out for a car ride? Do you go out to a park? Uh, do you take your anger out at other people? Do you start shouting? Do you start panicking? Okay, so these are different responses. So how do you feel? How do you respond when you feel disappointed or hurt? Shall I move on to the next question? Okay. How do you feel when you see yourself in mirror? Okay, Priyanka, which point you want me to repeat? Third question. Hmm. What upsets you about yourself? That's the third question. You can always go to the recording of this and how do you feel when you see yourself in the mirror? That's the fifth question. How do you feel when you see yourself in the mirror? Do you feel like, wow, I look so good? Or you are like, this is not good. I don't know why. Okay, so I'll just give you example. Maybe suppose you don't like your hair. Okay, uh, you feel that your hair is very frizzy or it's very light. Okay, and you find that everybody has such bouncy hair. And when you look at your hair, you are like, I only have that kind of hair. I don't know from I'm trying, but maybe I'm not satisfied with my hair, right? So when you look at it, you feel like बस ये hair change हो जाते, बाकी सब तो ठीक है. Okay. Or my smile, I have a crooked teeth. It looks so weird when I smile. So how do you feel when you look at yourself in the mirror? If you're completely accepting of yourself, you'll feel, yeah, I look good. I don't think that, my negative attention does not go anywhere. And the last question, what makes you feel alive? Okay, everybody, if you are in the low mode, I'll just change my intonation here and I'll ask you, what makes you feel alive? आपके अंदर जिंदगी आ जाती है. For me, it's water. Okay, when I drink water or I step into the water, uh, you know, I go inside any water body or anything. Oh, that makes me feel so alive. Also, one more thing, when I step onto the stage, it makes me feel very alive. Okay, when I go for public speaking, a lot of people do have, fear of public speaking, but for me, it's the opposite way around. There are other things which I'm scared of. So I will never write that that makes me feel alive. But these are two things that makes you feel alive. When there's a lot of air blowing, I'm just in the open space, with cool breeze that makes me feel alive. So you have to ask yourself what makes you feel alive. So we are done with the self-awareness here. Okay. What is the first thing that we did? Self-awareness. Anybody has any doubt if you were not able to catch up with any question of self-awareness? Okay. Then do I move on to the next, which is self-acceptance? Okay. First is आप aware होगे. Second is आप अपने आप को accept करोगे. Now, understand. आपको ऐसा लगेगा I've accepted everything about myself and my life. But today, I'll challenge you here. You will find something that you have not accepted yet. Maybe you have accepted it 99%, but 1% you have not accepted something in your life. Please write down those 5 things which you have fully not accepted. And how you will start? I have not accepted dash. I have not accepted dash. I have not accepted dash. Becomes so clear कि ये तो मैंने पूरी तरीके से एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया है. मुझसे नहीं हो पाता एक्सेप्ट. मुझे बहुत प्रॉब्लम होती है एक्सेप्ट करने में. Okay, maybe there is a loved one that you lost. Okay, so you're not able to accept that they are physically not present around you. और आपको बहुत दुख होता है वो बार बार चीज याद करके. You're feeling very sad about it. You try hard to come out of it, but you just can't accept that it has happened. So that is one area of self acceptance. So I cannot accept that this person is not there physically present in the world. Or maybe you had a career break of 4 years. Okay, just taking an example, and you feel everybody went ahead in their career, and for 4 years You suffered so much health challenges that you could not focus on your career and you are so behind as compared to your friends and peers. And आपको वो एक्सेप्ट नहीं हो पाता कि वो 4 years का गैप क्यों आया था. मतलब उसमें तो मैं कितना कुछ कर लेती या कर लेता. Why 4 years? Why for me? You know, आपने उसे एक्सेप्ट करने की कोशिश की है बट कहीं ना कहीं आपके अंदर वो वाई आता है अगर, दैट मीन्स यू हैव नॉट फुली एक्सेप्टेड दैट सिचुएशन. Write down 5 things that you have still not accepted. I'll give you 2 more minutes. Any doubt, anyone? Okay. Those cameras which are switched off, you can just put a thumbs up there, or so that I know that you're doing the work. Okay. But yeah, I also like to believe that everybody is taking responsibility of their work. So instead of checking, I believe that even if you're not putting a thumbs up, you are doing it. That's the belief I want to keep. Okay. What I believe is जिसको need है, they will find their answers. Those are very curious like a child. अगर हम एडल्ट्स की तरह बैठेंगे ना और ये सोचेंगे कि ये तो पता है, इस पे तो मैंने कितना काम कर लिया, ऐसे तो कुछ इतना कुछ चेंज तो नहीं होता, then we will never find magic in any answer. But the moment you feel like a child, like when you go to the nursery or the KG standard, you know, when you were just 4 or 5 years old, your mind was completely empty and you wanted to grasp new things. That's when you could learn so much more about life. Okay. Surbi, you say, what if the answer is not coming? Just leave it for now. Okay. It will come with time. Maybe you cannot accept that. Like suppose I have very thin hair, okay, from my childhood, it's like genetically, and all my friends in my school, they had very heavy hair. They used to make like big braids, and you know they could do a lot of styling, and my hair does not grow beyond this level also. I have tried like many times, so it's like a fact, you know, I have accepted it. It took me a lot of time to come to this acceptance because I could not make different hairstyles, or I always used to feel that my forehead is so big, you know, I have such less hair, I don't look good when I, you know, go to parties, I can't experiment with this. But then I just accepted it that I can't do anything about it. Okay. I used to look in the movies, you know, people have, you know, all the actresses have such flary hair. I was like, how come their hair is like this? When I grew, at that time I was a child. When I grew up, I realized they are putting wigs. Okay. And I was like, oh my God, I tortured myself for so many years just because they were putting wigs. And I was like, I am little less than them. Okay. So you have to come to acceptance of some terms. So you can write all of that. Okay, let's move on to the third pillar, which is self confidence. Whenever you're wanting to work on your self confidence, always start with self acceptance, self awareness, and self acceptance. जिस चीज को आप एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर पा रहे हो उस पे आप कॉन्फिडेंट होके वर्क नहीं कर पाओगे. पहले सेल्फ एक्सेप्ट करना है और सेल्फ एक्सेप्टेंस के पहले आएगा सेल्फ अवेयरनेस. ओके. Now, coming to self confidence, your first question for self confidence is, when was the last time you felt empowered? When was the last time you felt empowered? You felt like on the top of the world. You know, मेरे अंदर तो बहुत काबिलियत है. I have so much power. I have so much confidence. When was the last time you felt empowered? Now, my suggestion to you is, anytime you feel like less confident, tap into this feeling of empowerment and find a place where it resides in your body. Okay? Close your eyes, everyone. Go back to the time you felt empowered. It could be any time, any number of years ago, or it could be just yesterday. Go back to that time when you felt empowered. How is that feeling of empowerment? How does it look like? Is it a circle? Is it a big plate? Is it like some fruit? What is it? And where is it sitting in your body? Find out that place. Feeling of empowerment. Find its place in the body and find its color. And see how much anchored are you able to feel to the ground right now, to the Mother Earth. जब आप empowered फील हो रहे हो और आप अपनी बॉडी में उसे महसूस कर रहे हो तो आप कितना ज्यादा ग्राउंडेड फील कर रहे हो. उस फीलिंग को टैप करो. उस फीलिंग के अंदर बिल्कुल खो जाओ, एक छोटे बच्चे की तरह, एज इफ यू आर स्विमिंग इन दैट फीलिंग. एक स्विमिंग पूल इमेजिन करो इस फीलिंग का और उसमें स्विम करो. And become so much aware that how it feels in your body. So now the next time you can open your eyes. The next time you feel less confident or less empowered, you know how you have to tap into this feeling. It's about creating the feelings inside your body because intellectualization of things don't work all the times. Create that feeling, tap into that feeling. If this exercise does not work so well for you, in just a minute, give yourself 5 minutes. You know how much time you have to give to each exercise. Okay, next question. What challenge did you overcome in the past and you're so proud of it? Maybe for 10 years you struggled, and in the 11th year you overcame that challenge and you were like, wow, ye kaise ho gaya? Finally ye ho gaya. Okay? So, what is that challenge you overcame in the past and you are proud of it? Okay, you're proud of it, that the challenge you overcame. Next question. What's the best decision you have ever made in your life? For this, I want you to draw that decision. How does that decision look? Instead of just writing, draw it. Maybe standing up for yourself, or you were overweight and then you started exercising because you faced a lot of health challenge and you finally were able to overcome that. Or maybe there was a very difficult situation in your life where somebody, your family member was struggling with something. You kept hope and you infused hope in them also. And they were able to restore their health back because you were there with them. You were able to infuse hope in them, right? Maybe that's the best decision you made in your life. So, what's the best ever decision you made in your life? Okay. So, this is about the self confidence. Anybody would like to share when you went into that exercise where you experienced the feeling of empowerment? Where did you feel it and how did it look like? Just want somebody to share so that those who were not able to do, they can get an idea. Anyone would like to share?
I would like to go ahead with it. So I felt it in my right arm. It was parrot green color, bright green color, and it was a hexagonal shape, like we see in geometry things. And it was like constantly like it's circling. It's not a circle, but it's a hexagonal. It was like constantly moving, and it was bright light green. And when I connected, I felt that part a little, I mean, activated. And as I tried to connect to Mother Earth, I felt that intensity of that feeling growing. So I felt that, okay, it's not that it happened once. I can, if I increase this intensity, I can use this intensity for attracting much more better things in life.
Right, right. So the next time, whenever you feel disempowered, you know that you can always tap into that feeling, because maybe some situation will not provide you the kind of confidence that you're trying to think in your mind. So in that case, intellectualization might not always help you. I'm not saying it does not help, might not always help for some people. In that case, you can always tap into the feeling, no matter if it is from a different situation. And once you nurture that feeling, you can always carry that feeling to this particular situation, which is still existing in your life where you want to build confidence. Okay. Now, moving on to the self love part. Okay. Now, what is self love? Anybody wants to share what is self love? Okay. Self love means loving yourself even when you don't want to. Even when you don't want to. You just feel that you don't have the energy and everybody else is just not supporting you. Things are not in favor of you. At that time, even you reject yourself. But that is the moment when you decide to love yourself. That's called self love. So, self love means loving yourself even when you don't want to. Energy ही नहीं है. अंदर है ही नहीं energy. There's no energy inside. I've seen so much failures. Now, what will I do with the self love? Such a fake concept. When you decide to love yourself at that moment, that's called self love. Okay. First question, very important. What are the three things which are unfavorable? And if they happen, you will still unconditionally love yourself. Write down the three unfavorable things that will happen in your life. और अगर वो होंगे भी, तब भी आप खुद को unconditionally love दोगे. Three unfavorable things that will happen, but you will still continue to provide yourself with unconditional love. जब आप situations के लिए aware हो जाओगे, what are the three unfavorable situations, loving yourself will become easy. जब आपको situations ही नहीं पता, तो आपको कैसे पता होगा कि oh, यहाँ पे I have to give myself self love. Okay, those who are okay with this question, they are with me. Just give me a thumbs up so that I know you are listening and you're doing your work. Write down three unfavorable situations. Okay, thank you. Three unfavorable situations in your life, if they happen, and you will still continue to provide yourself unconditional love.
मैम कोई एक एग्जांपल आप दे
Okay.
पाएंगे?
Okay. Maybe you are living in a different city and वहां पे आपकी family available नहीं है, आप काम के सिलसिले में वहां पे हो and और वहां पे आपका ज्यादा सोशल सर्कल नहीं है. जस्ट टेकिंग एन एग्जांपल. सो अब आपको ऐसा लगेगा कि कोई सोशल सर्कल ही नहीं है, मेरे टाइप के लोग ही मुझे नहीं मिल रहे, ऐसे ही होता है, दुनिया ऐसे ही है, सब अपने काम में बिजी हैं. कोई कोई यहाँ पे तो फ्रेंड्स ही नहीं है, जहाँ पे मैं पहले रहती थी वहां पे तो सब कितने अच्छे थे. नाउ व्हाट एम आई डूइंग? आई एम रिजेक्टिंग माई सेल्फ बाई क्रिएटिंग ऑल दो स्टोरीज इनसाइड मी. ओके, कि अभी मेरे घर वाले भी यहाँ अवेलेबल नहीं है, काम का प्रेशर भी बहुत है, जॉब का भी है, लोग भी अच्छे नहीं मिल रहे सोसाइटी में, कोई किसी से बात ही नहीं करता है, हाय हेलो ही नहीं करता है. सो व्हाट एम आई डूइंग? आई एम रिजेक्टिंग माय ब्यूटीफुल एक्सपीरियंसेस व्हिच आई कैन क्रिएट. That's when I need to love myself. Okay, so one unfavorable situation is when I feel rejected in life, when I feel disheartened and abandoned in life. That's when I will still continue to give myself unconditional love. तो ये एक situation हो गई unfavorable. Okay. Next question. When there is unconditional love you have for yourself, what thought will you go? What thought will you have in your mind when you go to sleep? जब आप खुद से अनकंडीशनल लव करोगे, सो आप किस थॉट के साथ सोने जाओगे रात को? कोई थॉट तो होगा ना माइंड में, या उस थॉट को नर्चर करना पड़ेगा, अपने आप तो वो नहीं आएगा. वी हैव 60,000 थॉट्स इन अ डे ऑन एन एवरेज, और हमें याद ही नहीं रहता है कितने थॉट्स आते हैं, कितने चले जाते हैं. पर जब आप सेल्फ लव पे एक्चुअल में फोकस करेंगे, हम वो थॉट को नर्चर कर सकते हैं रात को. ओके, सो व्हेन देयर इज अनकंडीशनल लव आई हैव फॉर माई सेल्फ, then what thought will I go in my mind when I go to sleep? What thought will I go to sleep with in my mind? कोई तो थॉट होगा ना जिसको मैं लेके जाऊंगी. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. When there is unconditional love, okay, Surbi, you're asking for example. Anybody who has written this answer would like to share their example? Thought is basically a statement. Surbi, thought क्या होता है? It's a statement. Like मेरे मन में thought आया कि okay, it's 1:51. I have 10 more minutes for this session. It's a thought. Okay. Okay, no problem if you're having internet issues. No worries. Thank you. The thought is a statement. Okay. And then I get this thought. Oh, some guests are going to come at my house at 2:30. I have to hurry up. So this is a thought. This is a thought. थॉट की वजह से आपके अंदर फीलिंग क्रिएट होती है सुरभि. फीलिंग अपने आप नहीं होती, फीलिंग थॉट से क्रिएट होती है. सो आप कुछ ऐसा थॉट लिखो जिसके साथ आप रोज सोओगे, सो दैट आप खुद को अनकंडीशनल लव दे पाओ. अनकंडीशनल लव इज अ फीलिंग, और वो कैसे आएगी? किसी थॉट से आएगी. क्योंकि फीलिंग कैसे आती है? थॉट से आती है. पहले थॉट आता है, फिर फीलिंग आती है. बट कभी कभी हमें थॉट नहीं आ पाता, तो सिर्फ हम फीलिंग को एक्सपीरियंस कर लेते हैं. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. When there is unconditional love you have for yourself, what is the thought that you will wake up with? किस थॉट के साथ आप उठोगे? और वो थॉट आपको ऑटोमेटिकली नहीं आएगा, आपको फोर्स करना पड़ेगा थोड़े दिन के लिए. ओके, so that it becomes like an autopilot. You go on an autopilot mode with that thought. When you have unconditional love for yourself, what is the thought that you would like to wake up with? क्योंकि जब आप उठोगे, आप वो थॉट को सोचोगे, उससे आपके अंदर अनकंडीशनल लव की फीलिंग क्रिएट होगी. Thought creates feelings, thought creates feelings, thought creates feelings. Next question. When there is unconditional love you have for yourself, how does your home look like? How does your home feel like? Home means the entire home or just the main room where you sit for longer hours? अगर आप खुद से अनकंडीशनली प्यार करोगे, तो आपका घर कैसे दिखेगा और कैसा महसूस होगा आपको? Become so much clear about it. Next question. Can I move on to the next question, everyone? If yes, give me a thumbs up so that I know. Okay. When I have unconditional love for myself, how will I speak to myself? मैं अपने आप से कैसे बात करूंगी? While having my food, while having my water, while speaking to someone, while speaking on the call, while doing my work, while reading the book, how will I talk to myself? While cooking the food, how will I talk to myself when I have an unconditional love for myself? Like in Hindi we say सोते जागते उठते बैठते मैं अपने आप से कैसे बात करूंगी if I am living a life of unconditional love. Okay, and Last, when you love yourself unconditionally, how do you keep your body? Okay, this comes in the self-care. How do you keep your body? Do you really wear the clothes that give you a lot of happiness? Do you really moisturize your skin? Or you just letting it go because ठीक है काम पे जाना है? So what is the need to, take care of the feet, the hands, the nails, the cuticles? When you love yourself unconditionally, how will you, how do you keep your body? And this also means, will you sit in the right posture or you will not sit in the right posture and then you will complain about the backache, about the neck ache, everything to do with the body. Okay. So everybody done with the answers? Okay. Any doubt till here? Then I'll move on to the next exercise, the last exercise for the day. Now please understand. Kabhi kabhi, for some people, self-love is easy. For some people, the self-love is difficult. Let's understand the reason why. See, when you are in a high vibration state, like you are happy, you are joyful in life in general, and I ask you to go into self-love, you will be easily able to do. Why? Because when we are in the higher state of vibration, our body is automatically feeling light. So when I'm feeling happy and joyful, these are emotions, and emotions are energy in motion. हमारी बॉडी में हमें वो एनर्जी फील होती है तो हमें बहुत लाइट फील होगा, बहुत लाइट फील होगा, हम बहुत इजीली सेल्फ लव कर लेंगे बिकॉज हमारी बॉडी हैवी फील हो ही नहीं रही, एनर्जेटिकली देयर इज नो हैवीनेस इन द बॉडी. बट व्हेन वी आर in the emotions of guilt, anger, or shame. And these emotions are at the lowest vibration level. Guilt, anger, or shame. Okay, किसी बात का guilt है, or you have some anger issue, or some shame about something which happened. Okay, so when you are in that vibration state, these are the lower levels of vibration. And when you are in that state, energetically your body will feel very heavy. तो आपको लगेगा कि सेल्फ लव नहीं होता, सेल्फ लव फेक है, बिकॉज आप भी उसमें गलत नहीं हो, देयर इज नो फॉल्ट ऑफ योर्स, योर बॉडी विल फील हैवी बिकॉज इमोशन इज एनर्जी इन मोशन. और आपकी एनर्जी जो है आपको बहुत ड्रेन और ड्राउजी और लेजी फील कराएगी, और आपको ऐसा लगेगा कि मेरे अंदर आई डोंट हैव दैट strength inside me to go into all this self love because you're not vibrating at a higher frequency. Okay, so for that, if you experience any sort of negative emotion और आपको लगे यार अभी नेगेटिव इमोशन आया, I should do self love, but आपसे नहीं हो पा रहा है, then I want you to close your eyes right now and do an activity. It will help you to deal with your negative emotion and then embrace self love. जब तक आप नेगेटिव इमोशन को एम्ब्रेस करके उससे डील नहीं करोगे, आप सेल्फ लव को नहीं कर पाओगे. ओके, सो close your eyes and go back to a time when you did not feel good in your life. It could be an anger issue. It could be lot of sadness and disappointment. It could be shame. It could be guilt. It could be feeling of disgust. Any negative emotion that you felt. Maybe last year, last month, 10 years ago, anytime. Okay? Keep doing the activity. I'll just need 5 minutes of yours. Go back to that time where you felt that emotion and identify what was the emotion. वो emotion था क्या? सबसे पहले तो ये clear करो. What was the emotion? And where did you feel it in your body? Where did you feel it? Identify the place in your body where you felt this emotion. Until the time I don't ask you to come out of that feeling, just stay there. Stay there with that feeling, because only when you feel something, you can heal it. If you cannot feel, you cannot heal. Go into that discomfort inside that body part where you're feeling that feeling of discomfort. You're not liking it. You're like, what is this? Just stay there. Stay there. Feel the discomfort. Go inside your body. Go deep inside that body part and feel that discomfort. Your issues lie in the tissues. So आपको अपने टिश्यू के अंदर जाना पड़ेगा. Stay there. Stay there. Absorb all the discomfort. जितना भी discomfort है उससे भागो नहीं. Don't run away from it and stay there. Allow it to rise. Now allow it to rise. उसको और intense कर दो. अगर वो anger है वो 50 है, 50 को 100 करो. About disappointment है, it is 50, make it 100. If it is frustration, it is 80, make it 100. See it rising. Allow it to rise. Allow it to rise. Rise and rise. Feel it. Keep feeling it. Allow it to rise. कम नहीं होने देना है उसे है. You don't have to make it less. You have to experience the intense emotion. Allow it to rise and feel it. Go inside that body part and feel it. And now take both your hands to that body part. And start to tap on that body part. हल्का हल्का आप उसे टैप करना स्टार्ट कर दें उस बॉडी पार्ट पे. And just visualize that that energy is energetically moving out from your mouth and going high in the sky. And for that, you just have to make a hole in your mouth and you have to release it using your mouth. Like this. Keep tapping on that body part. And आप फील कर रहे हो कि वो इमोशन राइज होके आपके माउथ से निकल के बाहर आ रहा है. If you want to switch off your camera, you can do that so that you can easily perform the activity. Keep tapping on that body part. अपने hands से. And just energetically feel that emotion coming out of your windpipe, your food pipe, coming out from your mouth. And you have to release it with little force. Like this. Breathe it out till the time you feel completely empty from inside. Do it for the next 1 minute. Keep tapping on that body part with your hands and let the energy move out from that part and travel up the food pipe, the lungs, the windpipe. Go inside your mouth and come out from the mouth. Exhale and breathe it out. Just exhale everything out with your mouth. That part of the body, that area has become extremely clear. There's nothing there right now. Clean space filled with white light. Fill that space with white light and see how that white light captures your entire body and you're surrounded by this white sheet. The sheet that you can wear all around your body. It's white light of sheet. White sheet of light. Visualize how this white light is going round and round all around your body, like how you wrap yourself in a sheet. Okay, how you wear a jacket. In the same way, experience this white sheet, this white light all around you. It was first there inside the body, and now it's going outside and wrapping, and you are wrapping yourself in that entire white sheet, that white light from the outside. "360 degree from up to down, from the bottom to up, everywhere, from the front till the back, you are just surrounded by this white sheet. White sheet. And now take both of your palms, keep them in the upward position on your thighs. Take your palms, अपने हाथों की हथेलियों को आप ऊपर सीलिंग की तरफ पॉइंट करते हुए रख दीजिए on your thighs. And just repeat after me. I am a beam of light. और जब आप इस चीज को बोल रहे हैं, आई एम अ बीम ऑफ लाइट, इमेजिन करिए ऊपर यूनिवर्स से एक बीम ऑफ लाइट व्हाइट कलर की आ रही है और आपकी हाथों की हथेलियों के अंदर जा रही है. Just imagine a white beam of light entering from the universe and going inside the palms of your hands. I am a beam of light. I am a beam of light. I am allowed to love myself. I am a beam of light. I am allowed to love myself. I am allowed to love myself. You're giving yourself permission कि I am allowed. कभी कभी आप खुद से ही परमिशन ले लेते हो, इसलिए आज खुद को परमिशन दे दो. I am allowed to love myself. Repeat this 11 times. I am a beam of light. I am allowed to love myself. You have to feel. Okay. I was saying that you have to feel these sentences. I am a beam of light. I am allowed to love myself. You have to feel them. अगर आप फील नहीं करोगे, आप अपनी लाइफ में चेंज नहीं ला पाओगे। एवरीथिंग लाइज इन द फीलिंग्स। आई एम अगेन रिपीटिंग, आपकी सारी फीलिंग्स आपकी बॉडी में स्टोर्ड होती हैं, चाहे वो 10 साल पहले कोई एक्सपीरियंस हुआ हो या कल हुआ हो या 10 days ago। The feelings are very powerful. The body is able to recognize the feeling. तो आप जितना ज्यादा पुरानी फीलिंग्स को हटाकर नई फीलिंग्स को जगा दोगे अपनी बॉडी में, you will experience magic. अगर आप सिर्फ वैसे ही बोलोगे आई एम द बीम ऑफ लाइट, आई एम अलाउड टू लव माई सेल्फ, उससे कुछ नहीं होगा। नथिंग विल हैपन अनलेस यू फील इट एंड फील इट। Once you're done, you feel you're enough. You're surrounded by that white light of love and you're feeling enough in yourself. You're feeling enough in your palms with that white light. You can feel these two sentences. You can open your eyes and let me know that you're done. Okay, just put a thumbs up as an emoji. Okay. And just one last thing I want to tell you. Go and get a small mirror. In your house, if you have a small mirror, just go and get that. One last activity for that. Very small activity. I forgot to inform you before. I should have told you to keep a mirror. But now if it's there near you, otherwise आपका मोबाइल है, आप उसका कैमरा ऑन कर लो. Okay, if you're logging from your laptop, just bring that mirror and say these four sentences and you have to enact them. Okay? I see myself. अब जब अपने आप को मिरर में खड़े होके देखोगे, अपने आप से बात करोगे, I see myself, मैं खुद को देखता हूं या देखती हूं. I hear myself, मैं खुद को समझती भी हूँ, खुद को सुनती हूँ, अनदेखा नहीं कर देती. Right? I am there for myself. I am safe with myself. I see myself. I hear myself. I'm there for myself. I am safe with myself. Do this 11 times. I see myself. I hear myself. I am there for myself. मैं अपने लिए हमेशा मौजूद हूँ. And I am safe with myself. Why the word safe? There is a technical reason behind it. Sorry, scientific reason. Your reptilian brain as a part of your brain, identifies itself with the word safety. सेफ्टी वर्ड से बहुत ज्यादा रिकॉग्नाइज करता है रेप्टिलियन ब्रेन. एंड जब आपको अनसेफ फील होता है, आपको डर लगता है या आप अनकंफर्टेबल होते हो, आपका रेप्टिलियन ब्रेन एक्टिव होके आपको कहता है दिस इज अ सिचुएशन वेयर आई एम नॉट सेफ. इसीलिए जब आपको अपने साथ सेफ फील नहीं होता या आपको कोई नेगेटिव इमोशन होता है, आप सेल्फ लव नहीं कर पाते, बिकॉज वहां रेप्टिलियन ब्रेन बहुत ज्यादा एक्टिव है. So when you feed this word safe inside your mind again and again, that I am safe with myself, it is safe for me to love myself, you can actually see the results. Safe is the word. Once you're done, let me know. Do it with actions. And now I leave the forum open for any questions for the next 15 minutes or 10 minutes. Those who did the activity, just let me know how was your experience. Yes, everybody who is on, who is off camera, who has not shown their face even once, if you can let me know, just आप last में अगर video on कर सकते हो, you can switch on your video. At the end, at least I will know. I can recognize you by face because some people I'm meeting for the first time. Just let me know if you really did the activity. If you could not do, just let me know. That's absolutely okay. If you could not do.
Tanya ji, it was a wonderful feeling. I'm feeling light, and the high vibration which you're telling, I can feel it now doing the activity. And I would like to thank you. Every second of the session was so useful. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Survi is saying that could not do properly. Okay, Survi, would you like to share what was the reason so that I can help you further? मतलब आप कनेक्ट नहीं हो पा रहे थे, you were not able to connect with the activity, not able to connect with self, और focus नहीं था. Okay, okay, thanks, Jasmeet. Okay, focus. Okay, right. Focus पे work करना है, Surbi. So from this session, what is your takeaway? You'll need to work on your focus. Okay, और focus time के साथ आएगा. Maybe this is the first time you're doing this. Okay. With other people, they are, they could have uh, invested themselves in their self-development. So maybe it was easy for them to do. Okay, thank you, Harshil. Would you like to unmute and share just regarding this activity? Okay. If you can't switch on the camera, that's fine. But if you would just like to unmute and share, does this really make a difference? If this does not make a difference, this activity, you feel you can share that as well. Then I can help. Oh, acha, why does it? Okay, unable to mute. Oh, okay. Anyone else who actually did this activity? Were you able to release the negative emotion, which I asked, through the tapping and through breathing it out from your mouth?
Okay, so I thoroughly that tapping exercise, but I wanted a little more when I'm doing it in other time. I can obviously take some more time because that exercise itself was very deep. So it took a lot of grounding and all that time.
Mm.
But after that, I see myself, I'm sorry, I couldn't focus much on that. I couldn't do that properly because uh, it is like more of a spontaneous we have to do it. So I think
Mm.
with time, I can practice this. Like,
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. The last one, I see myself, that thing you are saying, you were not able to focus much.
yeah, that one. Because after
Oh.
this was so deep and this one like more
Ah,
with all that. So it took some
right,
time to
right.
switch.
Right. Because of the paucity of time, so I took it little quickly. Otherwise, it takes time. It takes time in one-to-one sessions and all. Okay, thank you, Anisa. Anisa, would you like to unmute and say something? At what part did you join the session, and what was your magical takeaway? Let's end the session with any takeaway. Maybe it was not magical for you. Okay, if it was magical for anyone, as I say, if you're open and curious to understand everything, you will find something or the other. Everyone will have a different takeaway. So we'd just like to hear so that, energetically we can connect. If you're not able to switch on the video, that's absolutely fine. But everyone,
Yeah,
I'll just request you to unmute. Right.
yeah, I'm here since the beginning, and
Okay.
it's a lovely session, wonderful session. It's truly what you have said, that unless we are aware of self and we'll act it as self, only after that we can work on self love. This I have learned. So
Hmm.
I'll go through it because I have like some self fears and phobias. I
Hmm.
wanted to get it down.
Right,
Think
right,
this
right.
I get on, and thank you
Hmm.
so much for the lovely session.
Okay, okay. Thank you for that. It's very right. Many people say that self-love is a very fake concept. One person that I spoke to, they said, I don't want to do any session on self-love. It scares me. Okay. And then I understood that maybe they have never accepted themselves fully and they have never felt safe with themselves. Or maybe they are experiencing so much pain in their life right now that it's so difficult for them to tap into self love. तो आप सेल्फ लव की जो इतनी हाई वाइब्रेशन है उसमें तभी आप आ सकते हैं जब आप क्लेंजिंग करें अपनी. Okay. If I just say that, suppose the walls are very dirty in your house and you directly do the whitewash, आप उस पे पेंट कर दोगे. um Maybe it will not work as great as first you clean the entire wall and then you paint on that, right? So cleansing is very important. So only when we release, and please understand your issues lie in your tissues. You have to feel something to heal it, no matter how uncomfortable it sounds. Okay, sometimes when people go into deeper issues which have been very uncomfortable for them and they try to feel it, either they get a headache or something which feels so heavy and they want to avoid that. Okay, so it's a very personal experience for everyone. It cannot be same for everyone, and that's why a proper intervention is needed where they can be taken through a very slow and steady process. किसी के लिए बहुत simple हो सकता है. Within 20 minutes they can actually feel. For some, it can take 2-3 days. Continuously, they'll have to speak to someone, and under observation, they can do it. So that's how it works. So never go for self love directly. Always come to self awareness, self acceptance, self confidence, and then self love. And it's all about feelings. If you can tap into the feeling, you can create magic in your life. If you only think about the thoughts and you cannot think about the feeling, nothing will change. Okay? And once again, I'll say you don't need evidence to believe in something. You can first believe so that you can create evidence for yourself. बहुत सारे फेलियर्स हुए होंगे पास्ट में, कुछ चीजें वर्कआउट नहीं की होंगी, बट इफ यू हैव अ स्ट्रॉन्ग डिजायर that you want that thing and you are able to tap into that desire, believe that it will happen. It has already happened, and you can tap into creating evidence. आप खुद create कर लोगे अपने लिए evidence. Maybe for your friends it has not worked, they have not found an evidence, colleagues have not found, your neighbors have not found an evidence. You can create evidence because you are about to believe. Now sometimes you will start believing in something and you will like, this is so fake. ऐसा कैसे possible है, ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता. Okay, so I will say, don't think of such unrealistic things that it feels so much fake to you. But if you have a true desire, like from 20 lakhs, you want to go to 30, or you want a particular kind of job, you want to mend a certain relationship, or you're planning to go to, maybe you don't want to go on a world tour, but you're just wanting to go to maybe Dubai from India or from to Singapore, and that you think is, yeah, it's easy, manageable. I'll just have to save certain money for some time. I have to find out, 10 days where my entire family can get together and I can take leave from office and all of that. It seems realistic to you. Now you tap into that desire. And वो नहीं हो रहा है, आप कह रहे हो कोई evidence नहीं मिल रहा है अभी तक. In the last 10 years, whenever I have tried to go out of India, something has happened, some emergency has come, or there are so many responsibilities at home. How do I go? So अगर आप उस evidence में believe करोगे कि जो आपके लिए नहीं हो रहा है, तो आप वो evidence देख के फिर आप negative belief में चले जाओगे कि ये तो हो ही नहीं रहा है. You can't believe it. So you don't need evidence to believe. You need to believe to create evidence. Suppose आप अपने confidence पे work करना चाहते हो, आपके बहुत सारे fears हैं, या you have lot of traumas and you feel कि मैं कैसे believe करूं, मेरे पास तो कोई evidence ही नहीं है, I've never performed well in my life. Evidence create करने के लिए तो believe करना है. So that is the power of belief. Belief is like the foundation. जो आपकी tree है, उसका root. See, only when the roots grow do the fruits grow. सो अगर आप बिलीफ को फाउंडेशन मान रहे हो, अगर आप बिलीफ पे वर्क करते हो, तभी आपको फ्रूट मिलेगा. फ्रूट ऐसे नहीं मिलता. अ ट्री ग्रोज इन बोथ द डायरेक्शंस. इट ग्रोज underground also, upwards also. Only when the roots grow, then the fruits grow. Okay? So believe so that you can create evidence. Okay, any other question?
I have a question because since I've already taken your previous courses and I've done that law of attraction challenge and all, and I was very successfully able to manifest a job with
Hmm.
exactly a lot of things, that I wanted, timings and everything has same. But
Right.
now, it's been like around 4 months now, and after 6 months, I'll be generating an experience of 1 year and all. But after that, like the part of like self acceptance, I love to be true to myself by saying that I wish to join companies like Microsoft or Google like that.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
had experiences when I'm working with you, like things got manifested which were like
Hmm.
totally impossible back 1 year when we
Hmm.
started.
Hmm.
Today I
Hmm.
have clarity on a lot of issues. But then again, when I'm attracted, this company is like within my city.
Okay.
It's in my city. It is beside my college. So I
Hmm.
can say that I had seen the company or heard about the company as a fresher. But this
Hmm.
Google or Microsoft, these companies, wherein people from IITs also find it hard to
Hmm.
get in.
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm. Hmm.
what, at what level I should take this feeding
Hmm.
of beliefs and all that,
Okay.
wherein
Okay. Okay.
things becomes a little
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. Yeah. In that case, as I said, the belief does not have to be very unrealistic. So at whichever place you're working right now, if suppose whatever organization it is, if you can just go 1 or 2 levels higher than that, rather than going 10 levels higher, okay, that will help you to reach step by step. बिकॉज जब आप एकदम से गूगल और माइक्रोसॉफ्ट पे जाओगे, आई एम नॉट सेइंग इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल फॉर यू. ओके, एवरीथिंग इज
Okay,
पॉसिबल टिल द टाइम यू बिलीव इट एंड यू कीप यू स्टिक टू इट, यू स्टिक टू द प्रोसेस. लाइक एक जो स्टबन चाइल्ड होता है ना, उसको आइसक्रीम चाहिए तो उसको चाहिए, अब उसको 3 साल में मिले या 5 साल में, दैट पर्सन वांट्स. तो इंस्टेंट अब ये क्या होगा, दिस विल क्रिएट लॉट ऑफ, इट कैन क्रिएट लॉट ऑफ फियर इनसाइड यू कि वो तो कंपनी वहां पे है, उस लेवल पे है. सो इट्स बेटर यू फाइंड आउट अ मिडिल ग्राउंड एंड वर्क टुवर्ड्स दैट. बिकॉज जब वो मैनिफेस्ट होगा, उसके बाद इफ यू थिंक अबाउट गूगल और माइक्रोसॉफ्ट, इट विल बी इजी फॉर यू टू बिलीव. बिकॉज इसमें क्या होगा ना, यू विल हैव क्रिएटेड एन एविडेंस. अभी अगर आपके पास मिडिल लेवल कंपनी का कोई एविडेंस नहीं है, आप बिलीव करके एविडेंस क्रिएट कर सकते हो. जब उसका एविडेंस क्रिएट हो जाएगा, तो आपके लिए वो हायर लेवल कंपनी का बिलीफ भी इजी हो जाएगा. सो इट्स लाइक बिलीफ एंड एविडेंस विल गो टुगेदर.
okay, sure, okay.
Okay. Okay. So anyone else wants to ask anything? Okay. Okay, then I will end the session here and hope that the 2 hours were helpful and useful for you. If not, I will share the recording and you can. Okay. Thank you, Sopanji, for joining. You can go
One
to
more
the
thing I
recording.
wanted to ask you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, please.
How to be connected with you, like in future, like how to connect with you.
Okay. Okay. Anisa, did you fill the form
Yes, yes.
for availing this session for
Yes,
the
yes.
workshop? Right. So in that I mentioned that those who have not taken a session with me, they can get the life analysis session done with me. Okay.
Okay.
So after this, I'll just because I know who all were there in the session, so only those who were there. I will
Okay.
give them a benefit of doubt. Those who could not join, I'll not take any session with them because they did not invest their time for this. Okay. So then I will connect with you. You can
Yeah.
speak.
Thank you so much. You're so full of energy, and you're such a lovely person. It's really,
Okay.
I'm happy to be part of this.
Hmm. Right, right.